What's going on, guys? Welcome back to our Let's Play series on the Amplify Console Edition. I've decided I'm going to stick with that as our title. I've tried to think of shorter abbreviations apart from ACE, but I prefer Amplify Console Edition. Now, today we're going to get started on our mob spawner because I need that TNT as soon as possible. But before we start getting on with that, I'm going to show you the changes I've made to the double mob spawner. Now, I've replaced all the floor with the nether quartz, which I think it looks 10 times better than the basic stone slabs. Yep, looks very nice. Also done it leading into here, redecorated in here, done all the walls and the pillars to match the rest of the double mob spawner. So now I could just craft the potions while I'm AFK in here, just run back and forth. Take some out, set new ones onto brew. I've not put a potion in on the right hand side yet, mainly because I haven't needed to use any other potions. The fire resistance ones come very in handy when you're going into the nether. Now, let's get out of here. And I will explain what I want to do with our mob farm. I've decided to go against using a piston mob farm. Mainly because of the cost of it. I was working it out, and just for the pistons alone, I wanted at least 100 spawning spots, which means 100 pistons, and it's a lot more redstone, so I've decided to go for the dispensers and water. Now, I don't really like using dispensers and water, mainly because it causes quite a bit of lag, but because I'm only going to be there when I'm AFKing to collect the resources, I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. So I've got a full inventory ready to set out and start. I've also got an ender chest. It's a good little tip if you don't do it already. You carry this around, it's like double your inventory space, so then you've got all of this and all of this up here. And as long as you've got a silk touch pick, you can always pick it back up. So it's like a little backpack that you just carry around with you. Comes in handy, especially when you're doing long mining runs. I usually always take an ender chest with me when I'm doing resource gathering in the mines. Just saves you trips going back and forth. Now, with the mob farm that I want to build, I need to build it out in the water so then no mobs can spawn on the ground, and there's the ocean monument just over there on the left hand side. So I don't want that to interfere with the mob cap. So we want to go a little bit further out than that, but we want to find a nice area of deep open ocean. So then we don't have to build it ridiculously high up in the sky. Now, I don't want it to be within render distance of our little island, because no matter how I build it, it's still going to look like an eyesore up in the air. Still within render distance there. Yeah, some of the terrain generation is a little bit weird. As you can see, just that random dirt pillar at the top of that. I'm not sure if that was meant to generate so high, but because it's only generated as an island, it's just done one little pillar floating in the air. Okay. Check around here. We're out of render distance, aren't we? Yep, we are. Okay, so if we just go a little bit further out, get away. Oh, sorry about that. Usually put my phone on silent. Now, get away from these land masses either side, and over here looks like very deep ocean. So I think this will definitely be the spot. Now, let me see how far it is down to ocean floor. Get some blocks ready. I'm going to end up drowning, aren't I? Okay, so that is Y80, 36. I'm definitely going to drown. Come on. Come on. 2, 1. I'm dead, aren't I? Yep, I'm dead. Awesome. Okay, let me get back to my dead body and pick up all the stuff, hopefully before it despawns. and and we're back. Okay, I've just managed to sail over here. Seen my other boat. It's been less than 2 minutes, so hopefully it shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, most of my stuff's already here. Now, I don't know why I didn't do it before, because whenever you're drowning, if you've got torches in your hand, you can just stop it as long as you've got a too high block. We'll get down here. I was 47 levels as well that I just lost there. Should have done the enchanting before I left, but never mind. We can make it up in no time at the double mob spawner. Ooh. Get back, get back. There we go. I hate how your stuff explodes everywhere when you die. Oh my god, it's so torturous walking around underneath the water. There we go. Okay, so I had a full inventory load, which means I should have to put on my armor as soon as I pick it up. Do that. Okay, put on that, put on that. I didn't have a helmet because that busted in the nether. There we go. Oh, come on. Did manage to grab 7 levels of my XP back. Not quite as much as the 47 I think we just lost. But hey. Most of that's from mining earlier as well, just gathering resources. Okay. We are still missing quite a few of our tools actually. Not sure if we had our axe with us. Still missing 2 things. Oh, come on. It's a bit annoying because we need an axe as well. There it is. Thank God for that. It's my only decent axe, the only one with efficiency on. So I would have been very annoyed because it would have meant another trip back just to get a decent axe, because we're going to be building in quite a lot of wood today. Got our 2 picks, sword, bow, arrows. We're definitely missing a stack of something though. It's either going to be stained glass, diorite, or the birchwood. Or is it? Oh no, thank God for that, we've got our food. There we go. Before we drown again. We've got our shovel. Yeah, we've got our shovel. Okay, just... Oh, there it is. Last stack of diorite. Which is handy because we need that, otherwise we're probably going to have to make another trip back to get some more resources. Because I'm thinking of doing 3 or 4 layers of the mob farm. Build this up. And there we go. Well, at least we won't have mobs spawning here. Okay, so that was Y36 down below. You want to be at least 128 blocks, so that's about 30. About 30, so we want to go up about 90 blocks. Full stack there. 60, 70, 80, 90. And we'll just do that for good measure. Okay. I'm going to build straight up, and then the first little platform I build is going to be our AFK spot, and then I'll be building the farm outwards from there. Now, let me just get the first layer done, and I'll bring you back once that's all done, and I'll show you how it's all going to work. So I will see you back in a minute. Welcome back, guys. Now I've managed to get the first layer done. It's only taken me around about half hour, 45 minutes, mainly because I fell down into the water a couple of times. But yeah, the first layer is done. As you can see, I've got 5 dispensers on either side. Now the water will only go up to the edges. It's going to be on a hopper clock, but I'm going to try to do the water the same way that I did with my automatic flower farm. That the same signal will set the dispensers off and then also turn them off in one cycle. I just need to get the timing right on it. So that will be a bit of fiddling around with the redstone. Now that's my AFK platform just down there. I think it's 32 blocks from there, so mobs will definitely be spawning. I'm out of range from the ground of anything to be spawning below, and I'm high enough that anything that was spawned down below will automatically despawn. So this should be highly efficient, or as much as it can be. It's going to have 3 floors. Each one's only going to be 2 high because I don't want Endermen in here. First of all, because they react very badly to water, and they'll teleport everywhere. And I only really want bones and mainly gunpowder from this, to be honest with you. If there was a farm that only got creepers, then I'd be building that, but this one will give us string, bones, gunpowder, lots and lots of zombie flesh, but once I've got enough iron to sort out a sorting system, I'll just void most of the stuff that I don't want. But yeah, just a quick progress update. I'm definitely making headway on it. Shouldn't take too long. Hopefully get it done by the end of tonight, and I'll bring you back once I've got all 3 floors done and the collection platform. So I will see you in a bit. Welcome back, guys. Now I have finally managed to, well, all the mechanics and everything's working in place. I've not tested it all out yet, but there's still a lot of finishing touches that I want to do. I want to build a border up and around the actual landing pad where they're going to die from the fall damage. Now I chose the fall damage. This is actually, I think it's 33 blocks to account for the mobs that are going to be spawning with armor. Now hopefully none of them have feather falling, but I can assure you that I have died from falling from the bottom platform while having armor, but I didn't have any feather falling on. So I'm hoping that all works. So I'll take you up there in a sec, show you all the redstone before we turn it on. Now, the collection system that I've got is 5 hopper mine carts, which are going back and forth here. Now I've got a comparator linked up to this hopper just here. Initially I did do this same system all the way down, so then as soon as the hopper is activated, it will turn off the powered rail. So it will stop the minecart, let it unload into the chest. But then due to the issues with the console, I'm not sure if it counts for the PC version as well, that the speed of the minecarts bounces and it never really touches the end block. Now, I'd done a lot of testing in my redstone test world regarding it, and the only way that I could get it to work to shut off all the powered rails at the same time, so then all of them unload at the same time, and that's if more than 2 or 3 items come into the system at once from the hoppers going back and forth. I've got double hoppers all the way down, so then there's at least a chance of 3 or 4 items coming off of each one at each drop off. If this doesn't work, but I'm going to do a lot of tinkering around with that and see what sort of drop rates we get, if any, fingers crossed. But I'll take you up there now and show you the mess of redstone that I've made. Now I've used the exact same hopper clock with the same type of delay that I've done for the automatic flower farm. So you've got your basic standard hopper clock here, and then it goes into the sticky piston, which kicks this up, which sends only a 1 tick pulse to this bit of redstone here. I had to extend this repeater by 2 ticks, so then the actual redstone torch would read it and turn off for the first round. So then the first signal goes in, and that sets them all off, all the dispensers. There's 30 dispensers in total, so when I first switch this on, just prepare yourself for quite a bit of lag. Now the second signal goes round to 7 of these. Each one has I believe it's a 0.4 second delay. So it works out as around about 2.5 seconds delay between them getting switched on to them getting switched off. And that's all done with the one signal coming from this side. That way, when it goes over here, you got this entire time for mobs to be able to spawn, which is around about, I think it's about 6 to 8 seconds in between the dispensers being activated and stopped that mobs can actually spawn. Now, I've not tested this out whatsoever yet. I've not built this in my Redstone test world. It's my first attempt building this type of mob spawner using the dispensers. So I'm interested to see how it goes. Now, all the platforms are lit up with torches, so there is going to be quite a lot of lag when I first switch it on, because it's going to wash them all down. We're going to have a lot of light updates as well as the block updates. So, without further ado, let's switch it on. And that's all of them being activated. We should really see the torches, but yep, there they are. They've all dropped down. Let's go down here. Send off our minecart system and see how this does. Interested to see that. Okay, so mobs are definitely falling. Yeah, see. So it's switched off because it's picked up some drops. And then once it's all fed through, they'll all go off again. That's working just as planned. And that's our creeper that we wanted. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is just severe lag or... Oh, there we go. Wow. Yeah, I think it's working pretty well. I haven't seen any drops go flying off the edge yet, which I'm very happy about. Whoa. I'm just glad that none are coming down with her falling boots and shooting me. I actually had to build this barrier because I fell off into the water about 6 times, which slowed the progress a lot. Now, I also need to finish off the water elevator. Each time I've fallen down, I've just built up another section of it. So just one more layer of glass on that side, and then I need to put the water and signs in. That'll be our way up and down. I will create a faster elevator to get back and forth, but each time I come here, I'm planning on coming here AFKing for a few hours, like usually in the evening when I'm not up to playing, so while I watch my programs, and then let this stuff build up. Yeah, let me get our torches back. But yeah, I'll leave this run for probably an hour or two tonight. Now, in between this episode and the next one, I am planning on building some walls around the actual drop pad and then securing this up, making it look a little nicer. I said that this wasn't going to be a permanent fixture, but by the rates, it's not such a bad mob farm, and it is out in the middle of nowhere, so it's not too much of an eyesore. I did try to nicen it up with the block choices using the birch wood and the diorite. Now, I've not really used the combination before, but I think it works pretty well and it doesn't look too bad. Also need to run a redstone signal going up to turn it off and on from down here, because I don't really like the look of the ladder there, and it's a major hassle having to turn that off and then also turn this off. So I'll try to link the two switches into one. And yeah, hopefully by the next episode we'll have enough gunpowder and enough gunpowder to make enough TNT to get started on double slime chunk. But I think for this episode now, this is actually the following day for me, because I was on it for a good 4 or 5 hours yesterday. Oh, apparently Cortana wants to talk. Stop listening. Oh, she's so interfering, isn't she? Hopefully that will disappear soon. So, no thanks. There we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, so in between this episode and the next one, hopefully we'll get enough resources to get started on the double slime chunk. I was on it till around about 1 or 2 in the morning, finishing up the platforms last night. I got all the redstone done this morning. And so I'm just going to end the episode here, because I think I've had more than my fair share of Minecraft for the last day and a half. And I will see you in the next episode. See ya.